Okay guys, hey, just a little quick short video, an update on the Fairlane. I got made the 3-hour trek into town today and got a water pump gasket out of 4 auto parts stores. One of the auto parts stores had a gasket. So I got home, put the water pump all back on, put water in it, doesn't leak a drop. Perfect. I put everything all back together and we cranked her up, and by God, I think we have a success finally. I'll get you in here. I got a little clip of the motor running, so you'll be able to see that in a minute. But I got it down to, on the tack I can get it down to 1,000 RPMs. It's still a little iffy. I'm not really sure. This is an aftermarket knockoff carburetor, so you have to deal with that. I don't like this ignition, this high energy ignition. I don't know. I'm still, I spent like $100 or something for it, so I'm still debating, should I take it out, put the points back in? Will it run a little better? I got the timing really close on it with my timing light. It looks like it's still a couple degrees off, but if I move it just a scotch, then it starts getting weird again. So I think what I need to do now is I need to just run the car, get some hours on the motor, get everything in there, finally working together, and then see if I can get it fine-tuned a little bit better. Maybe on down the road, if I just still can't quite get it to run right, I might just go ahead and put a Holly or carburetor or something on it, something that I know is good, and I can get it jetted for this car, and and it'll work. So anyways, it's pretty good. Kind of steams out the radiator when it got up to temperature. It's coming out the overflow, steam. It's not blowing, actual water. It's just steaming. But the temperature gauge in the car on the dash is just sitting in the middle where it's supposed to. So I let it run for probably 15-20 minutes, waiting for it to get hot and circulate, and then I kind of dialed it in and tuned it up a little bit. And I do have a question that maybe some of you guys know. When I switched from the electric choke, because I was having problems, I thought, before, and I put a manual choke in it, which I like better, but it's got these 2 hoses back here, those 2 solid lines that go down to the manifold. Is that something I need to disconnect? Kind of in the instructions on the manual choke, it appeared to me that you were supposed to take this one line back here that screws into the heat part on it, and pinch it off. And then the other one, I've taken that hose that comes out of the back of the carburetor and into the other tube down to the manifold. I take that on and off, and it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. If I take the other one off, if I unscrew it, boy, it sucks air like crazy through there. So I would probably have to cap that off somehow, which I don't know if I need to do that. I'm not sure, and I can't find any information on if I need to take that off or just leave it alone, or or stuff. But I'm still debating on what to do with the ignition. Doesn't leak any water. I got to get some more gas for it. I'm about out of gas, so it's probably sucking a bunch of crap up out of the bottom of the tank. I do have some inline filters on it, so that'll help. And I think I could put 5 gallons of gas back in the tank and put in a can of Berryman's, and maybe see if that'll kind of help loosen it up and stuff. But anyways, as long as you're watching this video, you might as well go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up, notification bell, you know, do all that good stuff, you know, help me out here a little bit with trying to get my channel to grow. I'd really appreciate it. But that's it for now. The next thing I got to do is I got to take it into town to the muffler shop and put exhaust on it. I think what I'm going to do is, it still has the Y pipe on it, and then I kind of jury-rigged some exhaust in the glass pack muffler, just so when I was running it I didn't have to sit here and listen to the, you know, it just roaring out of the headers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them take that Y pipe off. I'm going to save that just in case, because I don't think you can get them anymore. And then just have them run 2 straight pipes back, put a glass pack on each side, and then go down and turn and come out right in front of the back tires. I did that on that GMC truck I rebuilt last year, and it sounded really good, and it was, you know, it was pretty cheap. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then, then I got to get it over to the tire shop and get the front end aligned. I tore the whole front end out of this thing and redid everything, so it's like way out of whack, and I don't have any idea. I was reading a manual on how to align these things, and oh good Lord, you got to have all these spacers and special tools and make stuff and do this and do that. I thought, nope, that ain't happening, so I'll take it into the tire shop and get it straightened out, and then yeah, we can drive it. We can start getting some miles on it up and down the roads here, so get something going on it, and not having any trouble with the frost plugs anymore. The one that kept popping out, I finally got sick of it, and I took it out and I cleaned the hole real good, and I cleaned the frost plug real good, and I JB welded it in, and then when it hardened, I JB welded around the outside of it to the you know, the engine block, and I figure that's good enough. There's 3 other ones in there. If it freezes sometime, they could pop one of them out. It doesn't need that one. And I'm sick of that thing blowing out. It's blown out about 5 times. And I bought 2 new sets of frost plugs for this engine. I bought the brass ones and the steel ones, and neither one of the plugs that came with the kits would work in the hole. You could put them in and push them with your finger, they just pop right through. So they weren't any good. So I got that fixed. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I think it's a success. We got it going. Now I just gotta keep fiddling and just sort of fine tune it and stuff like that. And like I said, you'll see it here running here in a few minutes. So anyways, I guess that's the end of that. So go ahead and, like I said, subscribe, do all that kind of cool stuff, and I will see you on the next video, and thanks for watching.